It's like, oh, what is that? It's just like, oh my god, like you've never seen braided hair before.
It's delicious.
Hello friends, welcome to my channel. It's Lavi here. Thank you for stopping by. So today's topic is going to be on how is life like in China. So we're going to start off with number one first is food. Love your Chinese takeaways. It's not in comparison at all when you come to China and taste the real thing, unfortunately. So back home, usually the UK takeaways are Cantonese based and very much westernized for the foreign palate. So when you come to actual China, like the food is completely different. It will be a bit on the greasy side because most of the food is either stir fried or boiled. If you're a vegetarian, be a little bit careful with the foods that you order because sometimes you might get vegetables and it's actually mixed in with the pork or the beef or whatever, and you kind of stuck with that dish. Also, if you're a vegan, you've got to be even more careful about what you order and kind of scope out the restaurants or wherever you decide to eat and try and find out whether they cater to vegans or vegetarians before going there. It will also be helpful if you have a Chinese friend can translate for you the menu. The other thing, as you can see, I'm currently vibing a 90s throwback with poetic justice going on. Yay! So this for me is a protective style for my hair. At the minute we're in September, so now the weather is cooling down and boom, October, no autumn, bye bye, it's winter. So it gets really cold. So this for me is a protective style to help my hair during those cold times. With me having this in, I first had my hair braided this time last year, and when my students first saw it, oh my gosh, it was a whole kerfuffle. It was just like, oh, what is that? It's just like, oh my god, like you've never seen braided hair before? Like really? A lot of ooh and a lot of ah and a lot of can I touch? Actually no, there's not even any ask. There's not even asking for permission to touch the hair. It's just like you will feel and you're like,
right here. Don't touch the curls.
So you will get a lot of stares, a lot of people taking photos of you without permission. That happens a lot. I think with me being here for such a long time now, I kind of have like, I'm not noticing it anymore, the whole picture taking and the whole eyeball staring at me. But yeah, you do get, as a person of color, you do get stared at more, and it wasn't a nice feeling to be stared at like that. But now I'm just like, whatever, you know, it's my hair, I can do whatever I want. Sorry, I'm just fixing my boobs. I can do whatever I want to my hair, and if you don't like it, tough. If you like it, awesome. Don't take a picture unless you're asking me. Like, there's no permission here. So that's another thing, just to make you aware, is that if you see someone taking a picture of you, you can say in Chinese, 不喜欢, 不喜欢, 不拍照我. Yeah, don't take a picture of me. I don't like it. Or bear, don't stop. Sometimes you will get the odd person that has taken that sneaky picture and you've caught them and you're like, delete it, ask them to delete it, 删掉, delete it, and they'll be like, what? I didn't take no photo of you. I'm like, yes you did, I just saw you with my eyeballs, delete the picture. And sometimes you will get them to delete the picture. So that's an issue. I found in China. I know where to stand in the subway if I don't want to be watched or taken a picture of. I'm going to stand in a particular way with my head down, so you can't actually take a picture of my face, and I feel like you're gonna, you know, do something with my face or whatever. Because sometimes even to this day, I still wonder, when you take a picture of me, what are you doing with that picture? Where is it going? Like, is it being saved into your iCloud? I don't know. I don't understand what the issue is with taking a picture of someone without even asking them nowadays. Like before, when I first came, it was like, oh, can I take a picture with you? Straight away, it depended how I felt on the day. If I felt happy, I was all right, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, take a picture. I'll take a picture as well, so I have a copy, you know, both gonna have a copy of each other. But if I was like not in the mood, I would say no. But even though I said no, they would still take a picture anyway, like after like a few seconds, not even minutes. Wait like for probably like 5 seconds before taking a picture of me after I just told you no. But I think sometimes they end up taking a picture and sharing it on their WeChat moments or sharing it with a friend. I have seen at one point some of my friends got together for brunch, and it happened to them where a Chinese girl just randomly took a picture of them and then ran off. So with that, you would find a lot of Chinese people would pretend that they're with their foreign friends, having dinner or whatnot, when technically they're not. So in that case, she probably would Photoshop herself into that picture. I have seen where one Chinese guy had taken a picture with him, had asked to take a picture with other foreign people, and then they added him as a friend on their WeChat, and then found on his WeChat moments that he posted that picture with him in it and said, oh, casually hanging out with my foreign friends. Like sometimes it's classed as a status symbol to have a picture with foreigners in China. I don't know why. Like we're not that special, honestly. Another one is transport. Like transport here is quite easy when you get into it, when you get into the flow of it. So if you don't want to take the bus, or you don't want to take a taxi, you don't want to take the subway, you can just take a mobike or an ofo, a little bicycle, or you can buy an e-bike nowadays. You don't really need that many contracts or permits or whatever to just buy a scooter or a motorbike. It's quite easy to buy one in China, and you can just ride around on that by yourself. But if you prefer to take the bus, they come quite regularly compared to those in Leeds. But here they are on the clock, and the timetable is a little bit backwards, so it's probably better to get a bus timetable on an app on your phone. With the subway, as long as you know what line you need to get and what color it is, then you're pretty much ready to go. I've had a staring competition with one guy on the subway, and I literally was I couldn't do it anymore. He literally outstared me, but it wasn't even like a nice stare. It was kind of like, I'm literally taking your life from you right now. You had 9 lives, now you have 1. I'm sucking the soul out of you stare. And it's just like, damn, blink. What the hell? You're making me really, really uncomfortable, China, with the staring. Really, really uncomfortable. I don't know how to compare it to like the London subway, because I'm not a London girl. I don't come from there, and the only time I go down to London is if I need to go catch a flight out of London. Like there's not any other reason why I'm going down to London, yo. Like literally, that's too much of a hassle for me. So like sorry. I'm sorry to my southerners out there, but you know, it's a bit of a trek, do you know what I mean? But yeah, doing the subway, the transport here is very much quite easy once you know what to do, and you can actually get the apps on your phone. And if you wanted to travel, you know, within China, you can either take the plane or the train. And when you take the actual train, like the proper train, not the underground train, the actual choo-choo train, you have to, like, you can buy the tickets online, but when you go to the train station, you have to bring your passport with you, or your ID card, depending on which one you've signed up with, to then get the tickets from the the people them from the people them. You get the tickets from them. But when you do travel around in China, or you decide to take the train, and you have to go and collect the tickets, do that well in advance. It's literally the same as getting to the airport 2 hours early, because the amount of queues of people to get your tickets, sometimes people are buying tickets on the day, so the queues are massive, and people will queue jump. Like, there's no such thing as a queue in China, so just be aware of that. You can queue jump as much as you want in China, because people are going to do that to you. Make sure your elbows are ready, like muscle in there. What other things? Apps. There's a lot of things that you can do on your WeChat. You can buy movie tickets, order a DD taxi, also pay with your phone, your app, and translate things in the app. So for example, if you were at that restaurant and you're looking for a vegetarian dish, you can just whip out your phone and your WeChat, press scan, and press translate, and it can translate it for you if you don't have a separate translation app like Playco or Microsoft Translation. Things to do in China. So yeah, you can go clubbing if you want to, have a night out. There's lots of nice bars that you can go to that are also westernized to treat your palate. I will say, in regards to night outs, you can get in contact with promoters that people might share their contacts on WeChat, so you can add them as a friend and contact them and say, hey, can I get 5 people into tonight at 1:30 or whatever, and that person will say, yeah, come at this time, get a wristband, and there you go, you have a wristband to give you free drinks for the night. Woo. One thing I will say is, if you are going clubbing in Beijing, I feel like you have to be kind of on the radar of drunk to enjoy a night out in Beijing. I say that because the drinks here in some nightclubs are watered down, or they could be fake alcohol. So pre-drink is a must before you go out in China. Mostly because of the alcohol, but also because the DJs are a bit wickety whack. In that sense, for example, like if you're in the nightclub, aka mix, and you're downstairs and the DJ is playing a song like Drop It Like It's Hot, Drop It Like It's Hot, Drop It Like It's Hot, and all of a sudden it changes into ABBA Dancing Queen, and you're like, what happened? Like, how did you even come up with that mix? Where is the transition? Like, I wasn't ready. I was just getting into the mood to Drop It Like It's Hot, and then you turn into Dancing Queen. Like, what happened? So yeah, to avoid that mess, you have to be really drunk to go there, honestly. Night out in Shanghai, I feel are much more better, much more on par with the Western culture as well. You have your trap nights, you have your dubstep nights, you have your R&B, reggae nights, electronic nights, dance, indie. There's a lot more options, I feel like, for nightclubs in Shanghai compared to those in Beijing. Clubbing is in Beijing, but in Shanghai, yeah, awesome. The other thing with how life in China is another issue of being a person of color. People will assume straight away that you're either American or African. I'm from England. 我是英国人. I'm an English person. And they're like, wow, no, you're not. You're lying to me. You're fibbing. You can't be English. And it's like, what? Wait a minute. I'm like, no, you're American. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm English, because that's where I was born. I haven't even, my parents are Caribbean, and I personally have not even been to Jamaica. So anyway, that's a whole nother topic. So yeah, you will get that kind of offensive remarks in Chinese culture. To directly ask someone something like that is not considered offensive, but in a Western culture it is. Another thing is obviously dating, how life is in China dating wise. You have your apps which you can use, and a lot of it is straightforward. I find that the Chinese guys here will tell you exactly what they want. There's no beating around the bush at all. It's like, do you speak Chinese? I like you. Do you like Chinese penis? Let's meet. That's it, basically. That is literally it to the dating world of dating Chinese guys in China. In general, life in China is pretty good right now. I'm enjoying myself, and I've enjoyed the time that I've been here. I have ventured out a lot, probably not as much as I should have. There's still some parts of China that I still need to go and venture. I like, for example, the tea farms and such, in connection with my business. And also I need to go to Hong Kong. People are like, you're still not going to Hong Kong after all this time? I'm like, yes, because you need a lot of money to go down to Hong Kong. Like, it's pretty expensive from what I've heard, and to know exactly what area to stay in is a must before you even ventured down there. Also, I want to go down to Guangzhou and Shenzhen, and there's also parts of Southeast Asia that I still want to travel to, like go back to Bali and go to Indonesia as well, and also maybe Thailand. I'm still not sure about Thailand. That's kind of like in the background somewhere. So traveling around is pretty easy when you're in China. It's much easier to get around here and cheaper than it is to travel from the UK to wherever you want to go. So I would recommend people to travel to China, find out if it's for you, if it's the right place for you and your family. Just try and immerse yourself in the culture and also in the people. Don't get upset if someone is staring at you. Just try and have a staring contest right back. Like, they may, you never know, they may end up being your best friend after that. You might end up, you know, sharing WeChat contacts or whatever. Or you might end up finding out that he's actually blind and he doesn't realise that he's looking at you. I don't know. This coming year will be the last year working and living in China. I plan to go back home. I'll definitely come back to China at some point in my life, but obviously we don't know, because I like to travel. Like, that's a big must for me. Traveling is really good. I feel like if you are able to do it, do it. As my students would say, your time is limited. Please use it wisely. There is no reason to say, oh, I want to go there, and then and ah about it. Just look at it, see if it's something for you, see if you can afford it, book it, just do it. Anyway guys, I hope that's been insightful for you. If you like it, leave me a thumbs up and leave me a comment if you want to see or hear me talk about anything you want to know more about, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.